Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our #1 seed from Clover, South Carolina, Bryanna Clemmer.
And I know Carolyn has not left my side this afternoon, but she apparently can communicate telepathically with these athletes, and we'll explain that in a moment.
Go.
Well, if that's a no, I want to see what a yes looks like. But no, explain what my remark there.
Okay, definitely playing the same part of the lane as Bryanna first.
Okay.
But I said at the end of last match, oh, here we're just going to show it. Look at that. Wow. Same thing, but again, here's the end of the trace. Oh, sorry, JT. End of the tracer. It went a little long. So what I said was at the end of that last match, I go, if I were Bryanna Clemmer, I would make Bryanna end on the left lane.
And that's
so
what's
I
going
would
to happen.
start the match.
Yep, higher seat. Uh-oh! What is it about first frames today? The first frame. Now, meantime, Bryanna Cote has had 2 strikes and a 9 spare. 3 out of 4 of her first frames, she started with a strike.
And I'm telling you, she's got this right lane down. She is focused. She has not moved much on this right lane at all, except for the fact of maybe just 1 or 2 boards where she now can get that ball to that 8-9 and have a little bit of hold, or get it out to the 1-2 and it comes back and blows the rack. It's the left lane, and I'm going to see if she makes a move on this lane or just increases her ball speed.
Well, the strike percentage, that strike we just saw, makes her 14 out of 17 on the right. She is 7 of 17 on the left. Ooh, and again, look out. Boy, that has happened to her a lot today, but she's somehow escaped disaster.
See here? Misses way left of target. As you can see, ball just jumps through the nose, doesn't go quite Brooklyn. That's correct.
And of course, Clemmer had that choice, being the #1 seed, and she took the path that you would have taken if you were in that #1 position.
Right, because there's the reason right there is it's the lane that has been giving her the most trouble. Even though she's gotten through these matches, that left lane has been tough for everyone.
And she goes right over to a conference with her ball reps.
Wait.
That is the Bryanna Clemmer that we saw the last couple of days.
And she's going to play the lanes, I think, the closest to Bryanna. We see this left arm here, but look at where everything is just in line. I mean, I can't get in front of her face, but this is all in line. I love it. And I'm going to tell you why she has her left arm out. She had problems with pulling down and just her swing getting really like muscle. And Brian O'Keefe had her put her left arm out to help her just feel a little more relaxed, believe it or not, in the right. And it kept her so in line, and so she felt more loose, and she just kept doing it.
Well, it has worked. And the one thing that Bryanna doesn't have that everybody else in the show has is a PWBA title. Young player, so there's certainly plenty of time, and obviously talent. So is it her time today? Well, she's going to run into a lot of resistance from this woman right here. I got to think, if you're Bryanna Cote, what's that expression? The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. She's been on the air as long as we have today. So she started with the first match, and she is not going to give this out very easily.
No, and this right lane has just played to her strength. And she has had to make very minor adjustments on the right lane. I was just going to say, I think she needs the ball down. I think she needs to go to something a little bit cleaner. That ball is picking up too much in the middle part of the lane. She's going to go back to the emerald, the one she was using in game 1.
You mean that one?
That one.
Okay. Got the 5-pin left. And an opponent who was the top average, 237.4. Right, no trouble at all for Cote. Shannon O'Keefe wound up in 6th position, so she stayed steady as you would think she would.
Come on. Yes.
The other thing about the last couple of days, you could close your eyes and hear her bowl. When she was really getting hot, she's hit 3 in a row, and it's the first time I think somebody other than Bryanna Cote has had a lead today.
And you can see she's using a ball that's a little bit cleaner, and she is getting around it just a little bit, but she has great ball speed. And remember, we talked about that earlier. It's going to be key to maybe not getting around and using your ball speed. She's able to get around it a little bit because she's got such good ball speed. It's not reading too early.
Oh, man. We have seen this before, and I know you said it doesn't carry over from the other couple of days, but that's exactly how she bowled the last couple of days.
Absolutely, right here. Wow, look at this. Gets it right there, actually into about 8. And look at that, just sets it up to the pocket, because I think that ball speed is going to be her key. And remember, she's going to end on the good lane.
The more fun lane.
A little more fun lane.
It always amazes me how many tournaments I either watch or participate in this seat, and there's always this huge difference between the lanes. They're right next to each other. And the bucket got broken up, leaving her the 2-4-5.
Looks like she missed this one just a little bit and got that one way out. Look at this, but again, we have used this all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once it got past that tracer out to 1-2, it just did not get back to the pocket.
And that's on her favored lane, too. The right lane has been her pal. She's been striking on it like mad. It's a rare miss for her. And Breanna just zoning out right now.
Everybody.
Oh, no. And that, other than a 4-9, which is an understandable mistake, and by that point it didn't matter, this is her first serious mistake in the gut and the heart, I should say, of a match.
And honestly, I would have maybe taken a re-rack here.
Well, we've seen
Just
a lot of them. Yeah,
yep.
That's a great point.
Just
We've
to
seen a
regroup.
lot of them,
Mhm.
especially when you're facing the more difficult left lane. Or you could just blast them into the pit.
Much better shot.
And that's his granddad right there on his left shoulder. Meantime, not wasting any time at all is Clemmer. And why would you when you're just slaughtering these pins? 5 in a row. And this year she vowed that was going to change. So about 3 months ago, she said she buckled down to her harder work. She worked with a few people. You mentioned Bryanna O'Keefe, Kim Kearney, Chuck Gardner Jr., Matthew Wilburn, all these people that have helped her. And, of course, she's taken it and run with it. And 6 in a row for Bryanna Clemmer. She thinks right now physically she's best she's thrown it in a while, and the evidence is piling up that she's right.
I think that McKendry, both physical game and mental game, they work hand in hand. I don't know who does more of what, but I would say Brian has always been more, because Shannon obviously bowled, more of that physical game type guru, where Shannon has really helped these ladies with the mental process of how to become a champion.
Now, I mentioned McKendry. Breanna was a darn good college bowler herself, but right now, all of the breaks that were going her way and the good shots were going her way have gone away. Look out. She had chopped one earlier today.
The ball hits.
And here's our Cisco spare of the week. Again, not textbook, but as long as they both go down, that's all that matters. So Cote now trying to find a magic, but no one's found much magic on the left lane. Well, I guess Clemmer certainly has. And swipe with the 7 to get rid of it. There was 5 bowlers when we started. Only one of them didn't have a PWBA title, and it's her.
Oh gosh.
That was through the nose. That might be her poorest shot so far, but she got away with it.
And she said that when she let it go, she said, oh gosh, she got a little bit late there. You can watch in her backswing right here. Oh, we're a little further past, but in her backswing, she kind of, it's one of those where it didn't get up and drop. It kind of went up, continued, got a little bit muscled on that shot, got around it and missed left.
I wonder about her emotions right now. She's so close to that first title. I mean, big lead. Her opponent's struggling a little bit. It's starting to hit her, I think. I could be wrong. But that's a good way to calm the nerves a little bit.
Come on.
But that's just a heater down the middle. Baseball term, that would just be a pipe 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Playing the lanes very much like Breanna. Same break point. Again, using her ball speed to her advantage where she can get that ball clean through the front, get it to the right, and there you can see that reaction right there. She is pretty confident right now.
4 straight strikes on the left lane.
Where everybody else was having a hard time.
She has killed that lane. And she had the only mistake was that missed 10-pin on her first shot on that lane. The lane she chose to start on, which was pretty smart. PBA Tour Finals follow us from the West Coast. You know, it would have been nice to catch.
I think I've done that before in the past.
Yep.
And you do have a soft spot, too, for the tournament leader, especially when she threw such, just awesome games, and the series was phenomenal. But again, making her finish on the left lane was definitely the right thing to do. And with Breanna here, changing balls on that shot on the right lane, it is time for a ball change, where if she were moving on, you would see something different on that right lane.
And I believe that we have our champion.
Yes.
So Bryanna Cote, this will be her best finish for the year. But we want to welcome to the PWBA Winner's Circle, Bryanna Clemmer. Her first title is the 2022 PWBA St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. So, a champion for the first time. You never forget your first win. And Bryanna Clemmer will never forget this day, capturing the title here at the PWBA St. Petersburg Clearwater Open, defeating Bryanna Cote, who made a great run up the ladder. But Bryanna Clemmer was just too good. Our congratulations to our champion. And Corey Krause presenting her with the trophy. I also wonder, does she get to have the hat and that little seat that goes with it, too? I think that would be a nice prize to take back to the next tournament, which happens to be in Long Island. Be sure to join us Sunday, June 12th at 5 p.m. for the PWBA BBL Classic from Maple Lanes in Rockville Center, Long Island.